Hey there, my name's Gary Sims and this is Gary Explains. As you know, I've got hold of an iPhone 12. I've done some videos about it, one about the thermal, a couple of videos on the performance, some here, some over on the Speed Test G channel. And I thought to myself, what else would be interesting to find out about the iPhone 12? And of course, the camera is a key feature for many people. And I thought, well, you know, there's probably been an exhaustive amount of camera tests done on the internet. What could I bring that would be more interesting, would be different? And I thought, well, what happens if I took the iPhone 12 and put it against an older phone? And then I found a particular phone that I have here and it's about 4 years old. And I thought, well, this would be interesting. How does a 4-year-old Android phone, a good one, compare to today's iPhone 12? So I took some pictures, put them up on the internet, got you guys to vote for it, and this is what we found out. So if you want to find out more, please, let me explain. So as I said, I took a 4-year-old Android device, a good one with a good camera, and I went out with the iPhone and the device, the Android device, side by side, took some photos. I then uploaded them to the internet, to a site where I could keep the quality as high as possible, so I didn't just post them onto social media. And then I posted a poll via Twitter and on the community tab here on YouTube. So it was phone A and phone B. So the results are in. Most people preferred phone B. Now I'm going to do the big reveal at the end, which is phone A and which is phone B. But first of all, let's look at some of the comments that people made about these photos, starting with those that said actually it was a very close competition. So here's the first comment. B is brighter but not necessarily sharper in all the photos. A looks processed in most samples and could be the Pixel phone. Surely I'm just guessing, but yeah, I don't see a significant difference between A and B. Both are not bad at all. The pictures taken by both phones look more or less the same, so it's hard to decide. Nevertheless, I think the Android phone is a Pixel. Whatever the result is, I think the point was proven. There is no big difference between phones from now and 4 years ago. What's crazy is how much you're splitting hairs, because in some cases I preferred A, in some cases I preferred B. It felt really close. The fact that a 4-year-old Android phone can face up against the latest iPhone and we have to pixel peek to find which one is best speaks volumes. Has camera technology plateaued? And of course that in itself is a good question. Now let's look at the people who like the photos from phone A. I'm only choosing phone B as the 4-year-old Android phone since I really love phone A's white balance. Phone B does a better job with lighting and dynamic range on more of the photos, but the background blur is horrible and artificial looking, so I would choose phone A since it's only slightly worse on some of the other shots. I would guess A is the iPhone and B is a Samsung S8. I think B is Samsung. Aggressive blue shifting in the sky colours, very saturated colours. A is very much more natural and a better white balance. I prefer A for accuracy and quality, but B is better for showing to friends on Instagram, as nobody cares about the accuracy as much as something punchy. I think the white balance in A was better in most photos. B might be a bit sharper. I would choose A as my favourite because I want to do less colour correction on my mobile device. And a couple of comments from people who like phone B. Went back and forth as I went through the photo, extremely close call, but overall B was a tad better. I think B's photos are better, more brightness balanced, dark areas are more visible, and definitely can tell the pics are better without zooming into them. I'm going to assume B is the iPhone. And as you heard there, I did ask people to guess which one they think is the iPhone, which one they think is the Android phone, and which Android phone was I using. So here are some people who thought that phone A is the iPhone 12. Phone A is the iPhone 12 from the colour of the snow in the first picture. Phone B renders the snow slightly blue, which I think is the handiwork of an Android phone. I'm not quite sure why people think phone B is better. I guess it's brightness bias kicking in. Also the colours of the whole are quite saturated. So I would guess phone A is the iPhone and would guess that B's photos are the quite saturated, whatever Samsung had out 4 years ago, like the S7. I think that phone A is the iPhone 12 and B is the Google Pixel 1. Photos on phone A tend to be warm, which is the key aspect of the iPhone, I think, and photos of phone B tend to be more bluish, which resembles a Galaxy series. I would probably place my bet that B would be a Samsung Galaxy S7 or a 7 Edge, though I love phone A on the snowy scenes and the cat scene. I mean, the photos from A look a lot better. Judging by the pictures, I would assume the 12 is the phone A and B is an old Galaxy due to the intense processing. And there are people who thought the other way around, that phone B was the iPhone. I'm pretty sure that phone A is the Pixel 1 and phone B is the iPhone 12. B is always sharper, less noise and HDR, therefore it's the iPhone 12. But impressive how close they are. I bet A is the Pixel. Okay, before I do the big reveal, let's just quickly look at some of these photos and highlight some of those things that people were mentioning, including the bluish tint or oversaturation. So here in this first picture is of a bike out inside it in the snow, and as you can see there is a bit of a blue tint to the snow in phone B's photos there. So phone B definitely got a bit of a blue tint. When you come down to this picture of the flowers, I would definitely say there is more detail in phone B's photos there. But the question is, what do you think of the bokeh, the blurred out background there up towards the top? Is it better on phone B? Some people think it looks a bit artificial, maybe a bit more natural for phone A. And here's the picture of the cat. Nice photo taken by both phones. Nice blurred out background, again by both phones. But there's better saturation. You can see the pink on the nose of the cat is a bit better in this photo, which gives it much kind of a nicer feel to it. Maybe that makes picture A look a bit bland. And here we have an indoor shot, and as we can see, definitely the pictures on the right hand side on phone B are a lot warmer. So now, is that too warm? I can tell you the wall there is not brown, it is a white wall. So did that really push that too far into the warmth? And finally, another outdoor picture, we can see again the blue tint in phone B coming through for the snow there. Okay, so here we are for the big reveal. Phone A is the Google Pixel 1, the smaller of the two, and of course phone B is the iPhone 12. Okay, so what can we take away from all of this? I think the main takeaway is whether it's Android or whether it's iPhone, you need to know that the camera improvements for still photography is not necessarily going to be as great as other improvements, let's say in terms of performance or battery life or the display technology. So really you have to think about, is the camera the reason why you're upgrading? Now I'd like to hear your comments on this. What do you think about upgrades in terms of camera technology? Does that influence your next upgrade? Let me know in the comments below. Okay, that's it. My name is Gary Sims. This is Gary Explains. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up. Now, we're all at the mercy of the YouTube recommendation algorithm. So if you want to make sure you don't miss one of my videos, the safest thing to do is to subscribe to the channel and even hit that bell notification icon. Okay, that's it. I'll see you in the next one.